Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to the Mo Keith Time Experience.
Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your butthole.
Nose hair in my nose.
Oof.
Do you have nose hair maintenance?
No, thankfully. I'm relatively nose hairless.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have to buzz mine.
You do?
Every
You
so
are a hairy
often.
boy.
I'm a hairy boy. It's just getting worse.
You do have a beard that connects too. I'm quite jealous of that.
Yeah, your beard. You know, you got a neck beard and you got a mustache.
Yeah. I think I have a pretty good mustache, to be honest with you.
You do. You might just go straight mustache, I think.
Nah, nobody is allowed to see. Honestly, not until my wedding night is anyone allowed to see what's behind my beard.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's a rule.
Whose rule is that?
My rules.
Okay.
Yeah. I want a ring before you can see what's behind my beard, what's concealing
I'll see if I can find
my beard.
A ring in this room. I have probably one of those Live Strong bracelets that I can dig out of the trash.
We can talk. We can talk after the podcast here. We can negotiate. I didn't know you were going to come out with the Live Strong bracelet.
Wait, what's wrong with the Live Strong bracelet?
That's just a strong offer. That's just a strong offer.
That's a marital offer.
Oh, man, that is... you might have to talk to my parents. They're down the road if you want to have a discussion. Oh, my God.
I wouldn't mind conversing with your parents on that one. That could be fun.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta keep the beard. I feel like I've seen you without a beard. Did I imagine that?
We've known each other for a while. You probably have seen me without a beard.
Okay.
I bet girls I've dated have like gotten mad. They're like, you shaved. I was dating this one girl. She got really mad. Does Amy get mad at you if you shave, or
she doesn't care?
She doesn't care.
Nah, she doesn't care either way. Whatever I'm vibing on. I've got some pretty wild pictures of me with like a huge beard. I went to a Conan taping in L.A.
Wait, the Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I love his work on the Springfields.
I was on the show.
Really?
I made it onto the show. I'll put a picture right here of me on the show. It's pretty cool.
I love how they believe you. They'll just believe you.
But it's true. You're just gonna see the picture because it happened.
Mm,
I wasn't on the stage, but there's a picture of me.
You're closer than any of them will be.
In the audience with Conan O'Brien standing in the foreground. So we're both...
I heard he's freakishly tall.
He's very tall.
Mm.
And so is Andy Richter.
Really?
Yeah, both very tall men.
Andy Richter has probably one of the coolest gigs.
He sure did.
Just to hang with celebrities and Conan.
That's how I feel when I'm on the Mo Keith Time podcast.
Aww.
I think I have one of the coolest gigs in Hollywood.
I definitely don't agree. I've heard, you know what I really like in plugging other podcasts is that Conan podcast is freaking awesome. Dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
He's and I've always followed. Conan is my favorite late night host because I've always followed his content. I followed him from wherever he was before to TBS, and the Jordan Schlansky content is just premium.
Love Schlansky. Love Sona.
You know, honestly, Sona, I'm not the biggest fan of her. I kind of skipped through those episodes.
That's right. She's yeah.
She's kind of boring. I think
she's fun. I'm on Team Sona. I'm on Team everyone.
She seems like a nice person, but I don't know why. Like, I just get bored in those episodes. I'm like, I'm a Schlansky man. Like, I don't know what it is.
He's fun.
I just think they're the funniest together. Her and Conan. I mean, Schlansky and Conan.
Yeah.
Schanskys.
Yeah, we need to get interns for this podcast. He's not an intern, I guess, but
do you really want like a 19-year-old trolling around your house?
I would love to get a 19-year-old trolling around my house.
Little 19-year-old slave boy from the university.
Here's the thing about my house on, Mondays. We record on Mondays.
Yeah.
And we release on Wednesdays. But anyway,
that's not a sex joke.
In my part of Portland, it's trash night. So having an intern on trash night would be kind of nice. Not gonna lie.
Making the intern take trash out. Diapers are amongst your trash.
There's every excrement, everything.
Doggy bags too.
Everything that comes out of a body.
This is a little poop factory in this house.
Everything comes out of the body is in the trash. It's quite a trash.
Oh my god! If you get it on the right trash night, there's just wow. It's a mix. That's a lot of shit.
I know, and we had some salmon in there that we made on. Ooh. We made some salmon on Friday night, and I was pretty sure it was gonna make the whole place reek, but guess what? It didn't. Luckily, it didn't stink up the place, so we lucked out there. But interns, if you're in college and you want to take out my trash, I'd love to have you in my house, and then maybe you can learn a thing or two about podcasting at the same time, because we know what we're doing.
He knows what he's doing. I just show up and look pretty,
and he does. What I do. Week in, week out, Mo comes in here looking pretty, and
coming here looking pretty,
and I appreciate him for that. We had a fun week. We just did a show together at Lincoln's. It went really well.
Yeah,
Mo Slade. No, Mo Slade. Mo Slade.
I slayed queens. You did good. You did great.
I did good. I did great.
Yeah, you did good. We're lying. The show hasn't happened yet. And I can't lie to my audience members like you can, you cold-hearted.
Cold? I'm just trying to have a little fun over here.
Oh, geez.
On my couch.
You know what we have done, or what I've done, is I've played Pal World.
That's been taking up your time, Mo. You're into you game too much, man. I gotta be honest.
I game not enough. Honestly, I'm trying to forego more sleep so I can game more.
Don't you feel like you feel no guilt in spending all that time in the virtual world?
I don't have a kid that I can neglect.
I know, but you have hobbies that you have goals in life.
Yeah, I do pretty well kind of pushing towards both of those. Maybe I could push more. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't you feel like you could push more?
Dude, you die alone. That's really a legit conclusion I've come to after 2023.
You heard it here first, folks. You die alone.
You die alone. And I don't want to die thinking to myself, I didn't play all the games that I like to play. I like to play games.
Play all the Pal World.
Dude, if I die and I say to myself, I haven't seen a anime monkey have a gun as it throws poop at a chicken in Pal World, I don't know, man. I'll be disappointed. I don't want to go to hell like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have no issue with other people playing as all the games.
I picked up a little flame type Pokemon, picked it up like a gun, and I was just flamethrowing everything. Just setting everything on fire. It was great.
So that's fun to you?
Oh my god, it was great.
So Pokemon has been around for like 25-ish years. Maybe a little more. Give or take. Right?
Yeah.
So when the card game came out, I was like full on the Pokemon bandwagon.
And you never thought how delicious it would be to eat some of the Pokemon?
Never once thought I would dine on a Pokemon.
I wanted to incorporate a little bit of, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's crazy how, like, when it first came out, PETA was super against Pokemon. They were
no kidding.
It promotes, like, fight, like, animal or cockfighting or whatever. And it's just, like, Pal World is doing like literally the game. One of the enemies are poachers, and you're technically a poacher too, and you go see other poachers. You can damage them and then try to capture them like you would Pokemon, and you get them as slaves. You literally get a human as a pal.
That's very nice.
And the game allows you, because of the coding in the game, it allows you to butcher them and eat the meat. It's great cannibalism.
Okay, whoa. All right.
It's awesome.
Has anyone had this conversation? I certainly haven't heard it, but like, what do you think the most tasty Pokemon would be?
It would be the poachers. The poachers are delicious.
No, like
In reality,
in
Pokemon,
reality, if you had to eat a Pokemon, which Pokemon you eating?
I don't know if I'd be eating like in the real world. I don't think I'd eat a Pokemon.
Yeah,
They're
but
too cute. I'd turn vegan
oh, okay.
in real world.
Well, I
Like,
guess
virtually, I'd eat any.
What
Pokemon.
about an ocean Pokemon? Because
An
fish don't have feelings.
That's not true. Fish have feelings.
Well, there was
What
a
was
Nirvana.
Nemo? What was Nemo?
There was a Nirvana.
Why did Nemo want to go home?
There was a Nirvana song that said, "Fish don't have any feelings." That's how I learned that fact.
Okay, and what happened to the lead singer of Nirvana?
I think he's. I don't think he made it.
Yeah. So we're really gonna listen to his advice.
Breaking news: Kurt Cobain didn't make it, but you know what? I will. I learned. That's what I learned from him. But no, so, you gotta pick something.
Pick some. I gotta pick
which Pokemon? Like what?
They're all too cute. Now I would eat Pals because Pals deserve to be eaten. But like,
What about a Geodude? Would you eat rocks?
You want me to eat rocks?
Would you want to eat a Geodude?
I
That's probably the coolest sounding Pokemon, the Geodude.
have that gas in it.
Doesn't he just float? He's a floating rock with arms?
Yeah. He's a floating swole rock.
How? But
It would be, it would be scary. What would mess me up in Pokemon if like the Pokemon world was real is like you're just walking around and then all of a sudden you see a Hitmonchamp and it beats the living daylights out of you and you have to go back home and be like, I just walked into the wrong tall grass and I got rocked by little mini Floyd Mayweather.
So when Pokemon the card game came out, I was into it. I got the cards. I had Charizards. I had all that crap. You know.
Do you ever wish you saved some of those because
they're worth a ton of money now?
Yeah.
No. So what I did was I built a fire deck.
Ooh.
And I had it was like Charizard, 2 Charizards, and I don't remember all the counts of the cards, but I remember there being 2 Charizards, and I remember I played in a tournament at the local game store, and I won the tournament.
Wow.
I won, and I mean there was 12 people in the tournament. It wasn't like a big tournament.
That's
it was
so
like
cool.
It was cool. I got some store credit, and then I traded in all my Pokemon cards, and I was like, "This game is stupid." And then I went and I bought more Magic cards.
So you won a tournament to get into Magic?
No, I already was into Magic, but I was like, "This game stinks." That's what I was. I was like, "It's for little kids."
Pokemon,
but it's evolved. I know it's
played
evolved.
the card games. Like growing up when I was a kid, I didn't know anyone that played the card games, but we all collected them. We collected them. We never played them. Like none of I still don't know the rules to Pokemon. Like I know the rules to Yu-Gi-Oh because they had a whole TV show dedicated to it. They're like you get so many life points and you read the cards and that's what everything does. But it's like you couldn't teach me how to play Pokemon. But we all collected and we all played Blades and we all drank Volt soda. Man, those were the days. Those were the days.
Yeah, I definitely the game was in its infancy when I quit. And I definitely wish I had not sold those Charizards.
Oh my god, yeah. You lost a lot of money.
They weren't first edition, but they were whatever, the second edition or whatever.
They were something.
Me and my buddies had first edition cards. I remember because like the place we would buy cards from had them. And we got 1 box of first edition, but we were in 8th grade. You didn't care. We didn't care. Like we knew like Alpha and Magic.
And isn't it crazy?
Was worth
That's
money.
the economy. You didn't care. You know what I mean? Like you got those you saw those first edition cards.
Yeah.
And back then you looked at them and you're like, they're just cards. They're cards to a game that's in its infancy that just sucks. Right?
It felt like not a good game.
Now 20 years later, like, oh my god, yeah, first edition Charizard, I want to spend all that money.
But it's a collector's item.
Value
right?
is all perception, and it's so stupid.
But it's like it's a collector's item, right? Because I don't think people are playing with Charizards now.
It's only a collector's item, and it only has that value because somebody attributed so much worth to it as a kid but was never able to get it, and now that they're old enough, they're willing to spend so much to get it because they have a little bit of darkness in their heart that they haven't taken care of through therapy or in drugs, that they've just kind of decided that's what they're going to spend a ton of money on, and that's our economy.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen cards that I've owned that I bought for $30 go up to $1,500.
I have a gun in CSGO that's worth $26.
Just because it's got a skin on it?
It's just a skin.
Yeah.
It's a skin for a gun.
Yeah.
And I got it because I was bored, and we got the chest, and I was like, oh, cool, little RNG. I was going to just do it. And it just baffles my mind that somebody would spend money for that.
No, that. Cosmetics are huge in the gaming community. People will spend a ton of money on cosmetic stuff because they want to look cool. But
and then there are skins that are worth like thousands of dollars.
Sure, there's super. But yeah, it's like it's an NFT. It's just kind of
for NFTs.
It's like the pre-NFT type thing. But at least with Magic, I felt like those cards, like the super rare cards that are valuable because they're like very useful in the game. Like it's not like, oh, I'm a big collector and I gotta play with this card. There's those rare cards are still worth money that might not be very playable, but are
they like broken? Those like the really old good cards.
The really old cards are broken. Sure, some of them are. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Super broken.
Broken being they're, for non-gamers, it's so good that it kind of breaks the game. It makes the game too easy.
It makes it not fun
and unfair for the other person potentially.
So the concept of taking an extra turn in a game is a good thing, and when Magic came out, there was one card. Well, I guess there was two cards that existed in the game.
It let you take a whole nother turn?
That would let you take an extra turn after your turn. And so doesn't that seem like it would be a powerful card?
That's ridiculous.
So shouldn't you not be able to play it for like later into the game?
I learned how to play Magic, but I forgot a lot about it. But it's like you put down cards that you spend, like mana to spend to attack, right?
Yeah, every turn
then you have to turn it and turn it back.
Every turn you get to add to your resources, and then you turn the card to show that you're using that resource. You tapped it. And then every time you start your turn again, you get to untap all your stuff and reuse it all.
Okay. So you get 2 rounds of that pretty much by activating one card.
Yeah, so you get on your second turn, you can take an extra turn, which is crazy. They reprinted a card that does that, but they made it so you could only use it on your 5th turn. So it was like way later in the game. Like, and then there was a card that for one on your first turn you could draw 3 cards, which is great. Like that's crazy. That's insane. That's half your hand for one. On your first turn, that's like way too powerful for a game. So they just didn't know.
How many girls went to those Magic?
Oh my god,
meets,
dude! There
is there
any time, dude? Yo, they were rare, and if you were like an average looking girl, if you showed up if you showed up at a Magic tournament. Guys would be annoying to those people. Well, they're nerds too, so they're not like cool about it, and they're kind of shy and awkward about it. So actually, maybe it wasn't as bad.
It's like going into a den of nice guys.
Pretty much.
Den of milady.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously magical sleazeballs out there, but
there's good old Keith. There's Keith and his friends.
Yeah, I never. One time, a attractive lady hit on me at a card tournament.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Keith got that magic riz.
I got the
Rizzler.
I got that gaming riz.
The rizzling at the Magic tournament is pretty.
It's like
What made her pretty? Wait, how old was she at the time? don't want to talk about this anymore.
How old? Why do you care?
I don't know why. It's weird to talk about.
She was my age.
Oh.
At the time, yeah.
What made her pretty? What makes her pretty?
Oh, she had like big eyes, you know.
Big.
I like big
anime eyes.
She had big anime eyes.
Okay, she had giant anime eyes. What else?
She was she's Hispanic. A little.
Oh, she was. Oh, okay.
She's got a little Hispanic going on. It's kind
Say less. That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
You saw. So wait, that is even
nice smile. Good.
That's
teeth.
even rare. I thought this was a white woman. So like, a Latina anime.
Yeah, it was Southern California.
Anime big eyes.
Yeah.
Into magic.
Yeah.
And you didn't wife her up right there? You didn't propose?
No, because I was in a relationship.
Oh.
So
good man.
I didn't wife her up and propose. I had to turn her down.
Oh.
Which I was like, never thought I would be doing that.
That is weird, right? That's a weird feeling. That's a weird
Never
feeling.
thought I'd be turning down an attractive magical lady.
How'd she take it? Did she stalk you?
She was mad.
Really?
Yeah.
How was she mad?
She was like, she couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, would you believe it?
I feel like saying you have a girlfriend's a pretty solid excuse.
For sure.
I feel like just to say like I have a girlfriend, I don't cheat,
right,
is a pretty like. I think it's hard. I don't know. Ladies in the comments, let me know. Like, or
there's
even
no ladies.
Like,
well, there's
men,
no ladies.
Like,
hi, Casey.
How easy is it to be like?
Hi, Nicole.
No. Hey, and we have Jill.
We have Jill.
Jill watches.
Who else watches? We have quite a. We actually do. We have our friends that are late, but the non-friend watchers are not ladies.
I don't know.
Unless it's a Taylor Swift.
Let us know what
topic.
your thoughts are, either in
yes.
DMs or text messages. But I think it's a solid excuse. Like, hey, I have a girlfriend.
You know what it is though? It's because women who are attractive, and they know they're attractive, and they have that attractive confidence. Those women
never talk to me, so I have no context. I don't even know.
Not true. But those women get infuriated when they are turned down by a guy that is definitely less attractive than they are. They do not like that. They are mad. It
is weird.
Women who are good looking, they get turned down by a less attractive person. Like, that'll mess with them for a long time.
Well, the thing is, men are used to rejection because we play the numbers game when we're dating, right? It's like we have to ask a certain amount, or at least I did. I had to ask a certain amount of women before I got a yes, of like, hey, I'd hang out with you. But like,
no, I just annoy the same girl for years, and then eventually
the whole wear her down.
I just wear her down. I just wear her down.
Nub. But I don't know, like women. I don't think I've never been like. I don't think I've ever been directly asked out by a woman, but I have been encouraged by like her friend to ask her out. Like her friend would reach out and be like, "Why didn't you ask my friend out?" I've had someone reach out to me and it's like, "Why didn't you kiss my friend at the end of your date?" And I was just like, I didn't think it was the right time.
That's a lot, man. But yeah, when a nerdy, attractive girl, it's just rare. It's just rare.
It's like, also just like
not the attractive part. Sorry, not the attractive. Just the nerdy girl is rare. It's just rare.
Nerdy girl is rare. I've always thought it would be cool to have a partner that was super. Like, Courtney likes playing video games, but she likes playing cute video games, like, on her Nintendo Switch with, like, the lights on. And I play video games like I have a Coke habit. Like, the lights are off.
You're drinking a Monster Energy drink.
I'm drinking a Monster. I'm high-octane fuel.
Yeah.
I'm swearing.
You're drinking powdered lemonade. You're just eating the powder.
Just gamer fuel. Just
G Fuel, yeah.
And like it's not a relaxing experience. I'm very amped up, and we're all just like saying the worst things in the world to each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
It's fun, man.
It's the
game. Do you think gaming's changed? Like, do you think it's changed from?
Oh yeah, indubitably it's changed. Because like nowadays kids have to watch out, especially if you're like I have to watch out too because I have a life, a career, and everything. But like what you say online matters now. Like it used to not matter.
Yeah.
It used to not matter at all.
Yeah.
But it matters a lot. Like if you were to somehow pull up old League of Legends chats involving me,
You get in trubs?
I'm black, so I think I'd probably be in less trouble. But
Nice.
like I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm not
it.
fist bumping. But it's bad, the stuff I've said, and I regret it, but I was also like younger. But there have been I watched this one, for some reason I watch a lot of injury attorneys talk about like insurance and talk about cases they've had on YouTube, and some of them are really interesting, and some of you guys have probably watched some of these guys.
That sounds like a real snooze fest, not gonna lie.
It was interesting to me because they talk about the ins and outs and everything,
And so sincere.
yeah, they're being ambulance chasers. But one of them who's a cool dude. They all seem nice. One dude who's especially cool and actually gives pretty solid advice said that someone in the comments wrote something really bad about him, and he looked up this guy and found out where he worked because the guy had written an awful comment, and in his profile picture was him with his company logo on his t-shirt.
Sure.
So the guy looked up the company, talked to the company, and he said, hey, the company actually was soliciting this guy's law firm for money, for a job. And he told the guy about the comment and everything. And that kid might have lost a job, might not have, but that stuff could happen. Like, there are people who are petty enough to look you up like that.
Sure.
Like, it's not going to take you long to play a video game with me. My screen name's Abbas, ABAS, on almost everything I play, or Sun Tzu on Steam. And people can straight up look me up and find out who I am, where I work, and all that stuff, and go after you. So, like, now it's, like, completely different, where I don't cross a line, but if you're a kid and you want to, like, I think there's more than one kid who's lost out on, like, going to certain schools, or someone has called out their school for things they say online, which sucks because you're taking something that, like, a kid might vent and be frustrated about and just say and talk about online, and you're kind of raising the stakes on that.
I get
and making it kind of taking stuff away. But at the same time, too, I think you got to learn there are consequences to your actions. But I don't know. It's definitely changed. You can't say, I definitely don't hear what I used to. I remember saying you were black on a COD lobby. Probably still is the same situation, but that was like grounds for people to say a bunch of things about you.
Yeah.
And go after you.
Well, I know that one time I was hit by a car. I was riding a bike.
Damn.
And I was like 25 when this happened, and so younger for sure. And I lived in Southern California. I had friends, all ethnicity friends, but maybe when I got hit on my bike by an Asian lady, maybe I made a video joking about getting hit by an Asian lady driver. Maybe I did that. And the next morning, a friend of mine was like, you should probably delete that. And I was like, it's a good idea. And I made sure to say in my video, I'm not racist, which is a cool.
Yeah,
it's
that,
a cool
that is a catch-all. And honestly, that's something people forget to say.
Forget to say that.
You need to say
you
that.
Need to make sure
if you say, "Oh, but I'm not a racist,"
I'm not racist.
You are absolved.
Dude, I was wearing it. When I got hit by the lady, I was wearing a shirt that said Japan on it. That was the best part.
Exactly,
So it's fine.
Yeah, not a racist.
And the worst part
it's
about
like the Uno reverse.
Exactly, reverse. It's fine. Forget about it.
Oh,
but yeah,
that's a good friend. People don't have that.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good friend.
Yeah, he was the high school principal.
Oh, really? Oh, full circle. That's some old Mo Keith time.
He wasn't
lore.
he wasn't he was the one
from the fishmonger job.
He was my old fishmonger man.
Also mentioning classic episode. I wish should make a
We
clip
can't.
about
We're
this.
not
at
talking
one point.
about old episodes. We cannot. Our podcast's not good enough to talk about old episodes of our podcast.
I think the fact that like a small okay, forget about it.
But one last thing though, this lady that hit me was driving a really nice car. She was a total smoke show, and I should have been like, maybe you just take me out for steak and we're cool.
Take me out for a nice steak dinner, but instead you got Joe Bornstein.
I got Joe Bornstein. No, I didn't get anything. I just made her fix my bike.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I didn't get the
Money on
law
the table.
involved. I didn't get the law involved.
That's kind of you, but like also it's a risk because like you never know. Were you hurt at all?
Not really. I mean, I could have died legitimately because when she hit me, it was into a road that was a 50-mile-per-hour road on my bike, and I just.
You're just gonna have a ton of like injury attorneys just be like, "You idiot!
Well, no,
you could have gone 10x."
Except I think I might have been at fault.
Yeah, even if you're at fault, you'd get something.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't really get hurt.
But to be honest with you, like if you weren't hurt and you're 25 and you were okay with it,
I was okay.
You reached what you're okay with. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Because like, you know,
I feel like my life would probably be worse if I had all that extra money. Mo money, mo problems.
It's not that much money, but
Mo
yeah,
wale.
you'd have had. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. They say
I didn't get hurt.
money doesn't fix your problems.
Dude, I got a Band-Aid injury, and my bike was. My bike tire was a little bent.
So you still probably would have gotten a little something.
How much do you think I would have gotten?
Depends.
$5,000.
What year was it?
2011.
2011.
Yeah, you
would have gotten something.
Whatever. The point is, I didn't need it because I was making tons of money working for Whole Foods. So
I forgot you were Whole Foods.
I was a fish.
Honestly, you might have ended up paying her if you were.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I probably would end up paying her.
Glad you actually swindled by getting the bike
straight
fixed.
up. I got her license and her phone number, and literally that's how we did it. We didn't involve. She just was like, "I'll pay for your bike tire to get fixed." I was like, "Yeah, that was good enough for me."
Well, it sounds like she got a great deal out of it.
She did.
And also, like, you know, if you're okay with it, if you can live with yourself afterwards, you're like, I feel good about this. Because you could have blown up her insurance rates and everything.
If it was an old lady,
like an old white lady,
that deserved it, I probably would have given her the business.
Just hit her with the bike.
Yeah, I've been like, I'll trade you my crappy bike for your car, for your vehicle.
There's this idiotic TikTok post of this guy who he starts off with like a Ford Focus, and he's like, I got rear-ended in my Ford Focus, so I upgraded to a Toyota Corolla. I got nailed left of center in my Toyota Corolla, so I upgraded to a Lexus. I got hit while parked, so I upgraded to a Mercedes-Benz. I got hit by a Tesla, and I upgraded to a Tesla. And
that all sounds pretty cool.
It just scummy. But I don't know, man. I will say, Pal World is fun. To make go full circle back to Pal World.
We're way past Pal World. We've gone into a new.
But it is a weird world of online gaming now, where the internet has consequences, whereas when I was exploring the internet as a millennial child, there were no consequences. I was on 4chan. I saw all the, manifestos before they became things. Like, I saw all the weird stuff, and none of that, like, that stuff is just so, I don't know. It's just like,
but now we got VR now.
Yeah.
I'm about to go into the Matrix, guys. Just
I think
breaking
I draw
news.
the line in VR.
Breaking news. I got a MetaQuest 3, guys, and I'm joining the Matrix. I'm getting in.
Oh my god! Next time we find Keith, he's just gonna be malnourished. And
I'm gonna be for sure, dude. Because I thought I want to check out. Really, I want to go. I want to leave my current reality and go into a different world sometimes. So now I get to do that.
Are you gonna play any of the games that come with it?
I think there's this one where your house is haunted, and you kill all the ghosts. Like it's like Ghostbusters the game.
Just imagine you put that on and all of a sudden you just like fuck up your whole family
I am
and you take it off and be like, what have I done?
How cool is it that
I'm a monster?
Dude, my house is gonna be a video game. That's awesome, man.
I saw some of the ads and I thought it would be cool to like have one of those headsets on and then you're like washing dishes and there's like a TV screen in the corner.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
But like, I don't know. I just think I draw the line on that. Like, I draw the line on that because I just think, yeah, we've talked about.
Are you gonna yuck my yum right now? You about to yuck my yum?
You're just gonna be sweaty. Your face is gonna be so sweaty,
dude. I want
VR.
Let me be a wet guy.
Let
me be a damp man next to you on this couch.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so cool.
I'm gonna be wearing Mo's gonna be wearing the poncho. Mo's gonna have to swat away all the sweat.
The same way you feel about Wordle is how I feel about VR.
Yo, I want to do a Wordle off.
You want a Wordle? Have you done Wordle today?
Well, because I haven't. I
haven't done Wordle.
Yeah. So this is my thing. Is we're gonna do a Wordle off after the podcast, and we'll film it, and we'll do a little bonus feature for you guys. We're gonna see who gets the Wordle faster.
It's probably gonna be Keith because I'm dyslexic.
Well, so then this is the thing. Why is it that people say I suck at Wordle? That's not why. And by the way, we're literally talking.
People is one comment.
Literally
for someone that you know.
Yeah.
From someone you know.
Shut up. This is like how I plant. This is how I plant people in the audience when I do my crowd work clips.
Yeah, you know what? One thing I will promise you, the Mo Keith podcast, I will keep us honest. I will keep us accountable. I am no Nikki Haley.
And he will yell into the microphone as he gets closer to it. He will make sure he yells.
Speaking of politics, even though we try to avoid it as much as possible,
Donald Trump, baby, let's go. 2024.
Biden.
There's no way.
I want my grandpa.
Yeah, you do?
I want my grampy as president.
As long as he wears blackface, you're into it?
I'm totally into it. Honestly, I wish Trump wore more blackface. But no.
Cheeto face.
Our favorite little Floridian. Our little Floridian gnome.
Ron DeSantis.
Dropped out. He dropped out.
And he wussed out and he endorsed old Trumpski.
I watched the funniest TikTok of this guy. He's like, when DeSantis, the minute DeSantis decides to quit the election, this guy's standing on his tippy toes. Just a video of his tippy toes, and he's like, DeSantis quitting his candidacy. It's like his heel hitting the ground.
That's what it did.
Because he was wearing those shoes to make him look taller. The heels. The male heels.
Was he wearing meals?
Meals, yeah. They caught him and he refused to admit it, but there's like a clear footage of him wearing really oddly shaped shoes, to be generous.
Meals. All right, that's
he
fine.
Looked like he was elevated, man.
Get elevated. Even that can't win you an election. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's funny the white guy dropped out, but we still have a brown lady going after it.
We got the orange man. She's brown?
Yeah, Nikki Haley. Her name.
Is she
her
made
first
up
name
Indian?
is not Nikki Haley. She's like, I think her family's Punjabi, but it's like she's Indian.
Is that why she wants us to retire like way later?
I don't know how much meth are you taking to think Gen Z or millennials would be okay with that idea.
No, I know.
Of like retiring
no
later.
One. I mean, clearly this lady doesn't want to win.
That's you've decided you don't want to win. That's just, even if you really thought that was the best idea, do you think that is what you're going to get elected on?
Think of another way to save money, lady. Think of any other way. Cause
especially, here's the thing, and I hate to get so political.
Here's one. Lower the retirement age. And guess what? It grows the economy.
It's good for the economy.
It grows the economy, okay?
It's good for the economy.
Lower the retirement age. It's good for lower the hours of the week that you gotta work.
It's good for the economy.
It grows the economy.
Guys want more time to spend money? Think. More time to spend money.
Yeah, just do it.
But No, I just hate the fact that one.
If you want to prove
party,
a point, you whisper it.
I just hate the fact that one political party is legitimately making an entitlement. You pay into Social Security. It's you pay for it.
Yeah.
You pay a ton of money for Social Security, and making that seem like something that you aren't entitled to have. It is not a free pass from the government. It's a program we spent money on, and we ought to get it back in a timely manner. And the fact that there's even a discussion about that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Americans, we told ourselves as the badasses of the world, live free, die hard. France tried to do the same thing. She wanted to make the retirement age due to life expectancy go to 70. In France, I think they tried to make it 65, and there were riots in the streets of Paris, and they were going to burn down the country before that happened.
Yeah, man.
Americans are, I'm going to say it.
What do you mean Americans are?
Cowards.
Are you making a broad
Americans are
generalization?
cowards. Where are the protests? Where are the protests for that?
The protest will be in the voting for not her. That's the protest.
Burn it down.
What are you kidding me?
Protests. Burn it down. Nikki Haley shouldn't walk out of like a state with that.
Well, she won't. She's not gonna. Trump's getting the nomination.
Well, everyone knew that,
and he's gonna win.
I'm not 100% sure that he's gonna win,
Of
but
course he's
I
gonna
think
win,
he has a
dude.
great chance to win.
Dude, Joe. I mean,
Sleepy Joe.
Oh, Trump nailed Sleepy Joe. He nailed that.
Yeah, but he lost to him the first.
Yeah, because he was.
He was
whack.
He was really, really hit hard because of COVID. I think almost any president coming out of COVID would have had a hard time winning an election.
Yeah.
And say what you will about Donald Trump, I'm not a fan of him. Homeboy can run an election.
Oh,
Homeboy can definitely
He is
chat.
a man of the people.
He's a chatta. But I also think he's senile too. Like,
for sure.
He's
losing.
Biden's older,
it is funny.
but
It is funny that he is ripping on him for being old and out of it, but it's like, dude, how old are you?
He's actively out of it. He's a meth head. He takes like he needs a lot of drugs to keep going. And I'm curious to see what individual running mates are going to be. I'm curious to see if the Biden campaign is going to go straight into Dark Brandon. Everyone talks about
oh yeah, dude, Dark Brandon.
I like Dark Brandon. I don't know, man. I think there's a good. I don't think it's Trump's going to win. I think it's 50-50, and that's scary for a lot of people. I think in the end of the day, I hope there is a peaceful transition of power is sadly my bar. It's sad. I'm actually hoping. That's all my hope is. Whoever wins, there's a peaceful transition of power.
You don't want Capitol Riot 2, the sequel?
Capitol Riot 1 was kind of sad to watch, even though sadly somebody did die because they were an idiot.
Yeah, it's so true.
And it was the most racist thing I've ever seen in my entire life. January 6th was one of the most racist things I've ever seen in my life. The fact that the BLM protests that happened the summer before was the most militarized, protected ever that area used to. If you watch the protest in DC,
are we able to make jokes about this?
It was insane. But then they just January 6th, they did not take it seriously at all. And
when it was happening, I remember being like, it's nothing. Like when it first started happening, I was like, it's nothing gonna happen. And then my buddies were like, yo, some stuff's happening. And I'm like, no. And then it was like, whoa, you're like, whoa, that's really crazy.
Wacky.
But yeah, I wish I could have been there. It looked like it would have been fun to see the White House.
That felony that you would have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Trump has a lot going against him.
I don't know why I said White House.
He has some legitimate, court cases where there's some merit in fact, and like they're gonna go after him for it. And
well, we'll see. I
in
I just
Colorado
don't.
and Maine, the Supreme Court still, I don't think, has made a decision on whether or not they can be taken off the ballot.
He's not going to be taken off.
They could be decided.
There's no way.
I don't know. They tried to call in a favor. I think it's going to be an exciting election year, and I'm going to stay in Maine for most of the year, so as to have a nice, safe escape route to Canada.
It's not going to save you, man.
Yeah.
But maybe you'll want to get a VR headset and maybe do virtual riot.
So is that is that why you got the VR headsets?
Yeah, I want to virtually check it out. No, but like, I just, the Apple Vision Pro got announced, and I don't know if you've seen anything about that.
No.
It looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really cool.
Is it like $1 bajillion?
It is. The base model is $3,500.
Holy!
And it's sold out. It's sold out.
You people will buy anything, won't you?
If it has a little Apple on it, you will.
Oh, you suckers!
I bet you all these people. I mean, they'll buy anything with an Apple on it, man.
I bet they sniff their own farts.
They'd buy Apple toilet paper, and it's smart toilet paper, and it just it literally is toilet paper with apples on it, and they're like, "Oh, it's good because it's like."
And they're like, "It's good for the economy.
It's good for it grows the economy.
It grows the economy."
But I don't. It's creepy, man. It's there. You could see the eyes through it. You seen that one? The ladies. You get the lady's eyes, and she's like, it's off, and then all of a sudden, when she wants to see you in the room, her eyes come on. I've just been thinking about this. Like, people are going to be wearing that out in public, right?
Yeah, they're going to get robbed. Oh my God.
Well, you think that, but people probably thought that about cell phones.
See, people rob you for your cell phones all the time. It's like the biggest thing someone mugs you for. They want your cell phone and they want your wallet.
It seems like an easy... Yeah, but it seems like a easy thing to track because of all the tracking.
Oh, they just take the... They take out the SIM.
Okay. So how many phones have you stolen?
And then they fly it out to China.
Fly it to China.
Fly it to China. I've never stolen anybody's phone, but like there are Vice documentaries about it. Honestly, criminal knowledge nowadays is just everywhere.
Okay,
you should know how to be a criminal if you want to be. Just watch Vice.
Okay.
Or like Business Insider has the inside of crime. Like they interview people.
I'm just thinking about the folks that are wearing this in public, and they who's gonna be the first bonehead in the neighborhood that takes a walk wearing the Vision Pro, just with the goggles on, just walking around that's insane, right? Like that takes
I don't know. It depends. Like I view
stupidity to wear that out in public like that.
I used to think it was so cool when, like, you remember those old motorized unicycles, and I thought, man, the first guy you see ride that's such a dumb thing. And then I saw it in real life, and I was like, that's so cool.
Oh, the wheel?
The little wheels that they just jump on, and there are a ton of them in Maine, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just see them just getting on those unicycles, and it's kind of neat. But those are expensive, but that's a means of transportation. I just think if you're out and about with those on and you don't get robbed, I'm disappointed in my country. You shouldn't walk around with $3,500 glasses like that.
They're the law is you must, if you wear that in public, you must get robbed. You must have your Vision Pro stolen.
You must, yeah. And it has to be, it's funny?
If you're within the vicinity of a Vision Pro and you don't steal it, you're going to jail. You're going to jail for a long time.
I think I take that back. I think you should do what you feel is natural and right should you see someone with a Vision Quest on. I will say this.
Vision Quest.
On some local news in Portland area. I'm a big fan of the Portland Reddit page. Portland, Maine Reddit page. Awesome. A guy had a $30,000 watch stolen out of his car in Portland. and he left a $30,000 watch in his car.
Was he driving a 1998 Toyota Corolla with a $30,000 watch in the cup holder?
I think, was that the story?
No. I just made that up. Is it the story?
I don't know if it was in the cup holder, but someone broke into his car and found the watch, and it was like a $30,000 watch just in his car, unoccupied.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and that idiot stole that watch,
and
he was so done with it, he just left it in his cup holder.
It's ridiculous. You need to huck those as soon as possible. But no, someone posted. They said Portland PD is helping this guy try to find his watch, and I'm like, if you lose that watch, you deserve to have someone steal that watch from you. Who leaves a $30,000 watch in their car? Who leaves that? Who does that?
A cool guy.
Like, you deserve it. You deserve that. And he's like, it's my grandfather's watch. It's my. I'm like, you obviously didn't care about your granddad. You left it in the car like that.
Yeah. Don't leave $30,000 jewelry in your vehicle.
And the police are helping him.
Well,
I'm glad I don't pay tax in Portland anymore. I do pay in Maine, but I don't pay tax in Portland anymore. If Portland PD is helping this guy find a $30,000 watch he was so dumb to leave in his car, like, I feel like that's just,
they're probably just making
you.
a couple of phone calls. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Back the blue.
Rest in peace for that guy. Sorry you'll be late for everything now because you don't have your cool watch. That's all right.
Can I ask a question about you, man?
About me?
I want to ask a question about you. Have you ever heard of slugging?
Is it when you find a slug in the wild and you put salt on it?
No, that sounds cruel. Which explains why you should probably play Pal World with me.
Okay.
I feel like you get a lot out of it.
All right, what's slugging?
Give me another guess.
Is it just like punching a person that doesn't deserve it?
No.
Okay. Am I getting closer?
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting close.
Is it when you just punch your friend in the face because you guys love each other and you just are too afraid to kiss? Did I nail it?
That was close.
What is it?
It's when you smear an excess of Vaseline on your face to soften your face up and give you a more even and soft complexion.
Is that what you've been up to lately?
I have done it for the longest time. I didn't know it was a name, though. Dude, this guy on TikTok smeared a bunch of Vaseline on his face, and he's like, I just discovered this thing called slugging, and I do it all the time. And it's like literally globs of Vaseline all over his face, and he's like, it makes my skin so soft and evens it out. And it's just like, you just slug all day, bro. You just find a good weekend, and you just slug. You're just slugging. But I thought it was like a sex move when he originally started talking about it. And I thought the Vaseline was like, a red herring.
Nice. No, that's cool. I'm glad you're on TikTok. I'm glad you're spending money on TikTok.
I do spend money on TikTok. I bought this on TikTok. This little thing. This little dude.
What are you, a prop comic now? What are you, Carrot Top over here?
Yes.
Yes, I am Carrot Top.
You're a musician. Do something music-y with that. Is that the music that played when you got hit by a car?
Namaste, everybody. No.
Uh-oh.
You could learn that. I bet there's a like a Vision Pro app for you for that.
I think you need to be grounded in the real world. Vision Pro's not the real world.
You're right. So next time you see me, I'm gonna be a virtual boy.
You're gonna be a virtue boy?
Yeah. But you know what
You're gonna be
I'm looking forward to
21st century.
I'm actually looking forward to watching the NFL playoffs in my VR headset.
Just in the
Yeah, because it's like it'd be on a huge. It's like I'm at the game. I think, right?
That'd be crazy. I'm so. Have you Keith? If you ever get to know Keith, Keith researches the crap out of everything he buys, and I have to know, like, how long can you keep those on
Uh,
in one setting? Because originally with VR, like,
I think
usually they
it's
say you shouldn't go longer than an hour.
It's 2 hours battery life, and then you can get an extension of up to 4 hours, like an additional pack. But I think it makes the headset weigh a lot more or something. So I think 2 hours is kind of like the max really before the battery dies. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'll end up like. I might only try to use it for like a half hour at a time.
You think Amy would be down for that to try it?
She said she'd check it out, but she said she's like, I'm not going to be into it. I'm like, yeah.
She seems like somebody who's grounded to reality. Like
Sure.
Seems like
I mean, she was a hardcore Nintendo kid. Even like when we like got together, like she was like, we would play like Super Mario 3 on her Nintendo, like in 2008.
Oh, wow.
So and that was quite a bit of time after Nintendo came out. So, and she still has that Nintendo, and we still will bust it out from time to time. But yeah,
so we both have Nintendo partners.
we have
She have a
Nintendo.
Switch? Is she a Switch gal?
No, we don't have any. I didn't have anything after Wii, and this is my first new like gaming system.
Dude, I gotta say, one of the best purchases I've ever made was that Switch. I love Switch. I get so much mileage out of Switches.
I don't know. It just seemed too tiny and like it just. I don't know. It just seems like it's too.
It's perfect for traveling. I have a lot of fun games.
I don't know.
I've always had fun. Nintendo is always going to be successful in my opinion because they've always just they figured it out. They've really figured out like games are meant to be fun, and like their games are always full price. Like they're very rarely do they have sales on their games. It's like you'll buy a 5-year-old Switch game and it'll still be $60 because they know it's so good. Like they're just always. I could suck Nintendo's dick all day.
I bet you could.
But Power World's still better than Pokemon.
I don't know. I'm excited to watch the playoffs though. There was some big games.
Ooh, the Bills.
Are you a football man?
Courtney's making me watch more games.
Did you watch the games this past weekend?
A little bit.
So you'll be seeing the full episode.
Did Taylor Swift's boyfriend do good?
He did. And so this is what they do. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, as a lot of our female listeners will know him as.
Wait, whose boyfriend?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Travis Kelce is the guy's name, the boyfriend's name.
Oh, okay. You mean Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
As I've just said,
yeah.
we're going in circles over here. So, he had a great game. He
Taylor
scored.
Swift's boyfriend.
He had a great game. He scored 2 touchdowns, and so anytime Taylor Swift's boyfriend gets a catch, they show Taylor Swift immediately afterwards. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know. They probably made an agreement because they would.
What's funny is
they would have on the screen. They would have like Swift vision. They just have a camera in the corner all the time, just Taylor Swift on the whole game if they could. And they probably wish they could do that because do you know how many like tween girls are watching football now just to glimpse Taylor Swift for like 3 seconds is all they show her after Travis Kelce makes a catch? Like, I bet he is contractually obligated to catch the ball more now. So they have more reasons to show Taylor Swift.
I will say it's funny. I do make fun of him a lot, but like I've watched the podcasts with him and like his interviews. He seems like the nicest dude.
Oh yeah, he seems
like
cool.
Such a cool dude. Like I would totally grab a beer with him.
Dude, for sure. Yo, his brother, Jason Kelce, just retired and he was at the game.
There was some controversy.
That was the guy that they should have been showing after the touchdowns. This guy had his shirt off. He's the man. I'm like, I hate the Eagles, but man, I like Jason Kelce. I know he's no longer gonna be playing football, but that guy, he should just go to every Bills game because he's out there. He's drinking like liquor out of the holes in bowling balls with all the fans.
Ugh, which is
He's
so gross.
got his shirt off and it's snowing out. He's like lifting kids up and he's like taking pictures and like showing some kid the sign that she made to Taylor Swift. It was like in the box and he's like climbing out of the box. Like, just seems like the coolest guy ever. Just gives me those like Gronk vibes back in the day when Gronk was just like getting wild at the strip clubs.
They have a great podcast too. I like the brothers. What's funny is his retirement got leaked early, apparently, by this like
They always get leaked.
sports journalist that everyone hates.
It's probably Adam Schefter.
Schefter, yeah, everyone apparently just hates that dude.
He just gets all the info. He must just pay a lot of money to people. He's like, it's like, yes, give your info to me because I will pay you the most. Whatever anyone offers you, if it's a legit offer, I'll just pay you more. I bet that's what he does. I bet that's how he gets the...
I remember apparently people were really fed up with him because he ruined a bunch of retirement announcements early and like...
Yeah.
Also, Taylor Swift's stalker got arrested in Manhattan. Apparently, he was like just waiting outside of her home for days.
That's too bad. I heard he was doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, they just swept him off the road. He looked like Post Malone.
Did he come out of an underground tunnel by any chance?
No, I don't know if he's Jewish. You're only allowed to be in there if you're Jewish.
Was he tunneling under Taylor's house?
Dude, a bunch of people were releasing footage of freaking Hasidic Jews coming out of the...
It's the funniest, dude. It is the funniest.
The fact too that dude. I think 7 of those dudes got arrested, and they're all dudes. They're all dudes who are fighting and protecting the sanctity
It's very funny, but
yeah,
it did make me laugh when I saw that.
It's the most New York thing. It's the most New York thing I've ever seen.
They got rats, and then they got Jews
in the sewers,
coming out from the sewers.
Oh my god, man.
That rules, man.
Love Jewish people though, but
not all of them.
Yeah, Zionists aren't really.
You can't be.
Aren't the ones that
you
I
can't
like.
be like. You can't be like. Oh, that's racist to say you love all of a race. That's crazy.
I love them all. Allies, historically great allies to African Americans. Civil rights movement. Some of the greatest civil rights leaders and martyrs were Jews, amongst those who were missing in the South. So I think you have to apologize to all Jews right now, Keith, for your
Hey Jews, I'm very sorry for somehow making you think that I was offending you, but I'm definitely not.
Dude, it's just been it's not even a full month into 2024. And I think like the craziest things, like we have so much to talk about, right? They released the next big AI product, the Rabbit R1, which looks like the oldest iPod ever. It looks like a Zoom. It looks like a Windows Zoom.
It's also really cool because I noticed the guy who's like in charge of the company is he has Down syndrome, right?
It's Shane Gillis.
It's not Shane Gillis. It's
Asian Shane Gillis.
It's Asian Shane.
Asian Shane.
Yeah.
He's making them at night. I think he's making them at night. He's making the Rabbit R1s at night. I know he's making the Rabbit R1s at night.
He's making them at night.
Oh my god. I love Shane Gillis. He's so funny.
The rabbit looks cool. I can't wait to get one. I hope.
Think he's making them at night.
I think they only make them at night.
I think he's like, but no, it's like the weirdest product. I kind of like it because there are offline elements to it, but like the camera manually flips so that you will, like, if you want to like turn the camera off, it'll flip back. You have to hit a button to use it.
Yeah,
it's not always listening. And it's a weird product. Nobody 100% knows what it does. It just like answers your voice commands a lot quicker than your phone can.
I mean, I'm just going to say this. I'm sure the Chinese government will be recording everything that goes through that phone.
Probably, but they already got us through TikTok. The Chinese government maintains a bunch of our bridges and infrastructure already. Mm-hmm. Like,
I always wonder why there was fortune cookies around those.
Yeah, man.
around
It's
the bridges, but that's cool.
Have you ever seen in China them building a highway? Dude, I need to learn Chinese. There's a reason why everyone's trying to learn Chinese, because it's the future out there. They've got these giant construction like machines that build highways like hotcakes. Like, it just literally is this giant structure that goes in a line, and it just builds the highway and the columns right there,
Yeah.
and it's really fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's why you got to let the government control everything. That's how we can get that kind of advancement. As long as the government can have total control over all of everything, then we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
maybe we should try that. You know, I think my favorite thing about the world in general is the fact that it's crazy. We're all just trying to do the same thing. We're trying to eat, sleep, and keep
And-
ourselves entertained
And play Pal World.
and play Power World. But we're all doing it in different ways.
Yeah.
But
Some people do it with a little more duck sauce than others, that's all.
yeah. Well, hey, I'm a big fan of. I would say my diet nowadays is mostly it's mostly Asian.
Me too. I eat so much Asian food.
Like, in our fridge right now
Love
is
Asian food.
seaweed salad,
Panda meat.
crispy chili, garlic, dumplings, lots of rice,
Nike shoes.
Kewpie mayo, Japanese barbecue
Japanese, yeah.
sauce,
Yeah.
cum from Kim Jong-un, it's sacred,
Wow.
a lot of good stuff.
Do you have to refrigerate that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
After
not-
you open it.
It's not like ghee.
It's not like ghee.
You can't just leave it out on the counter.
Hey, were you sick after you ate my ghee dessert?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I was good.
It's good.
I kept it in the fridge though.
You did?
Yeah.
Did Amy try it?
No,
Mm.
I kept that all to myself.
You gumdrop?
I had it all.
Oh, jeez.
I would have kept eating it. I would have kept eating even more of it.
It's good. It's tasty.
Yeah, it's
tasty
good, man.
with some
I looked
bread.
up how to make it.
You did?
I bet I could nail it.
Try it. You probably won't. It's an
Okay.
artisan thing. It's hard to make properly. If
I
you
can
make it and you crush it, dude, we could start a little business called the White Boy Halal.
White boy halal.
We'll call it White Boy Halal. We serve halwa and that's it. Just halwa.
It's just, do you want diabetes? Get on down to White Guy Halal.
That would be like the business too. It's like, hi, I'm White Boy Halal. You just have to come over and show me the food and I'll eat it. And if I like it, I'll learn how to make it, and it'll be part of the recipe. It'll be part of the house. We make more.
That's it. And that's all. And this has been
The Taylor Swift's Boyfriends podcast.
Mo Keith time.
I love you, bastards.